Good afternoon, Low VA Rates Nation. Thanks for hanging out with me. Tim Lewis again. Eric's out doing great things for our company so we can help more veterans today, so I'm going to be the stunt double. So thanks for hanging out with us. Today's topic is, how does the VA cash out refinance work? That's a long topic, but we're going to break this one down and kind of make it Nebraska simple for myself today. So the VA cash out loan is a wonderful product. For example, if you have a current mortgage and you're a veteran and you don't have a VA home loan, there's a lot of benefits that you can use with it. For example, if you take your conventional loan or your FHA loan and bring it into a VA loan, you're going to save some money in no mortgage insurance, and you're going to have a lower interest rate because VA mortgage rates are about 0.25 to 0.375, and in some cases even 0.5% lower than conventional. But today we're going to talk about just those cash out refinances. So recently this week we had an opportunity, because one of the benefits that the clients receive by doing business with low VA rates is we actually will monitor your credit for free, because we know that there's been the data breach with Equifax and the Office of Personnel Management, so we're kind of sensitive about when our veterans' credit is built. So we may call you in that instance. We had a veteran this week. They had a mortgage balance, or their home value was about $200,000, right? And I did PMCS my markers this week, so we're all good to go. They had a mortgage balance of $160,000. And what they were curious about was, how could they tap into this $40,000? Now remember, the VA cash out refinance will let you go to 100% of the value of your home. So we're going to say 100% value when it's a smiling face, because it's a VA benefit. Right? So we know that's a good thing. They were actually thinking about using that equity because they had seen some propaganda from one of their local credit unions that, hey, come down and get a home equity line of credit. It's going to be a great interest rate. Remember, though, to get into this $40,000 with that credit union, they were going to have what's going to be a quarterly adjustable home equity line of credit rate. Ooh, that's kind of risky on this, because it's like having a big credit card. Remember, revolving debt is kind of like a door that hits you in the fourth point of contact each month when the payment or your balance comes back to you, because you're like, wow, we made a payment and the balance sure didn't go down accordingly. That's because it's a revolving debt and the way the interest is calculated on those credit cards. So in this instance, you could take this $40,000 and you could pay off maybe a $10,000 MasterCard. And let's say you have another one, a $10,000 Visa, and you wanted to do $20,000 of home improvements. And one of the nice things, this is pretty exciting, because this veteran had $40,000 of equity in their home. If they're able to bring out $20,000 of equity for home improvements, maybe it's time to upgrade the bathrooms, redo the kitchens. I know headquarters has been on me because we need new carpet, so I'm working on that one. So these things are exciting that we can do, because now we've tapped into the equity. We've used that 100% cash out refinance option, the value of your home, only available to veterans, to take $20,000 and even make the house even more valuable. Because one of the things, we're seeing some record appreciation in home values across our country. So you can take this equity you have in your house. If you're curious about it, please send us a chat message. Email us here at Low VA Rates, or by all means, pick up the phone and give us a call to one of our agents, so we can get an idea of what you want to accomplish with the refinance. Because that's one of the things we really work hard on here at Low VA Rates is, this is about the veteran and taking care of the veteran. We want to match our products with what you want to accomplish with your VA mortgage, so we create win-win situations. The goal is that when you make your new mortgage payment after you've had a loan with low VA rates that you're happy about, you're like, wow, we paid off these credit cards. we're making a monthly payment now, and we can see our balance go down. If you use a VA hybrid arm, you can actually see that mortgage balance decrease faster than on a 30-year fixed, which is a win for the veteran. And you can be happy again because you've done some remodeling to your home. Maybe you put in a nice backyard barbecue, done something in the garage. Who knows? There's endless possibilities. We want to be the lender that helps you accomplish those things. Plus, the other one, you don't have to write out a check to MasterCard. You don't have to write one to Visa. And you're going to have some fun shopping either at Home Depot or Lowe's before the Christmas holidays. But the main thing is you can use that cash out refinance to make your equity in your home work for you, either to restructure debts, do some home improvement, or for those veterans that are having children that are getting older, we are faced with the challenges of college tuition, which is not going down any, or the all God-forsaken marriages, because I have 2 daughters, because I know that may come up one day. Do we have any questions today? All right, so I've got to always have to have a public safety announcement to make sure we're ready for the weekend, because here at Low VA Rates, we're wearing red on Friday to remember everybody deployed. Good luck to my Nebraska Cornhuskers. They face Northwestern. This could be a 2-game win streak because they won last weekend. Go Husker Nation. Thank you. I'll take that small victory. The other one is, today is a difficult day in the military community. There's a lot of chatter out there about the sentencing of Bo Bergdahl, now known as Private Bo Bergdahl, no longer Sergeant Bergdahl. Hey, there's 2 things that last forever in the world. It's pride and shame. And everybody that wears the military uniform today or has worn it in the past, at the beginning of the day and the end of the day when we're brushing our snaggles, you know if you've worn that uniform with pride or shame, and you will carry that with you forever. And I have to give a shout out to all of my soldiers that I served with. In almost 18 months of continuous deployment, they were running fuel missions in Iraq, and none of them ever refused a mission at all. And I know they were pushed to some of their limits, and they always persevered. Perseverance is one of our key things. I want to make sure everybody perseveres. They know they can use their VA home loan benefits to maximize up to 100% of the value of your home. You can get all of that equity and pay off some of these pesky little revolving debts, do some home improvement, or some other exciting things.
We do have one comment.
Okay.
You have to pay over $3,000 in closing costs.
There are closing costs that are associated with. They're kind of broken down into recurring closing costs and non-recurring closing costs. So recurring closing costs include your monthly interest, your homeowner's insurance, and your property taxes. The non-recurring closing costs include the cost of an appraisal, because that's a one-time event associated with your mortgage, the cost of your title work, again, one-time event with this mortgage, and there's some recording fees. And if you are a non-disabled veteran, you may have to pay a funding fee that's going to be a percentage of up to 3.3% of your loan amount. Again, when you look at all of the costs and you take into account that if you have $20,000 of revolving debt, it's going to take you almost 22 years to pay that off, and you're going to pay 3 times those outstanding balances. We all good?
Mm-hmm.
We good to go? Hey, thanks, Low VA Rates Nation, for all those great Facebook posts that you give us. Be safe, stay strong.